All right, if you guys watched my summoning video last time, it went terribly, awful. As you can see, things kind of went a little bit better over my next towards that second pity. I got a couple extra duplicates. Count turned out fine. I'm not mad or anything that I don't have 85s or 90s. I'm not sour about it at all, but we're looking for duplicates for 2B, A2. Really, I'll take any of these characters. So we're gonna start off with our single summon tickets. So by the way, the last thing I'll mention before we start our summons, these 10 times summon tickets and these summon tickets you can grab in the shops, so the exchange shops, both from the events and then also the mama medals. So now that they have all these events out, you can go down here to the mama medals and you can actually grab, see, I even have 8 more tickets sitting here, but you can grab the 10 times summon tickets and you can also grab 4-star guaranteed tickets. I would grab these 10 times tickets first, only because this lets you get towards the pity. These count towards that pity. These do not get used on those limited time units. So just something to keep in mind. If you're running up right against the end of these events, don't use any of your exchange tokens yet, and then keep these in your pocket, if that makes sense. Keep these in your pocket so you can reach that pity a lot easier. Okay, let's go back to our summons. The first thing that we'll go ahead and do is I have a 4-star guaranteed summon ticket, so we'll just start off with this. This is not on the banner. I already have Gale, and I have IKEA. So this is the other unit I want. I know these aren't the only units on the banners, guys, but pretty much any unit. I kind of just don't want some of those, like, what are they, F66s and all that stuff. I'd rather get a duplicate for like Gale. That would be awesome. So we got a new thing in my encyclopedia. It must be a new unit. 4-star guaranteed ticket. I believe this was from the Mama Medals. Oh, it's not even a unit. It's not a guaranteed unit. Guaranteed 4-star. It's all right. Light Spear. Can't expect much out of those. The last time I had one of those, I think, is where I got the 4-star IKEA. All right, NieR Automata. We'll start with this banner. I'm going to start with these single summon tickets. Get these out of the way. I wish you could use more than one of these at a time. Can you? Am I just dumb and I can only use one at a time, or I should probably just skip these single tickets, right? I kind of like the suspense though. You open the door and you have that suspense. I don't really want to like skip it in case it pops into like a purple cube, right? Yeah, the single tickets is kind of annoying. Wish it was like War of the Visions where you could use them all at once. Kind of don't expect anything good from all these. Also, this is one of those things, while we're just going through these really lame summons right here, this is one of those things that really blows my mind when you see games like this. Does nobody at the company, like, does it not click for them that we might want to be able to summon 10 at a time? Do they not code it correctly so that you can summon 10 at a time? Like, how does anybody at the company who plays the game not say, oh, hey, make it a slider so you can use multiple of those tickets at once, or up to 10 at once? So I think you can in War of the Visions. You certainly can in War of the Visions, but it's odd that you can't here in NieR. We won't skip it if we get a special door. Otherwise, we'll just skip it. By the way, I've never seen the Mama door. 400 summons in, I never saw the Mama door. People swear it exists. 3-star Lars, that's fine. Another skip. Don't worry, guys. I don't know why I did this first. Things will pick up pretty quickly when we're done with these single summons. They'll pick up into the 10 times. Yeah, you never really expect summon again. Do I have any left? No. Okay. All right, here we go. 10 times. Here's a premium summon ticket. So it's really nice that these count towards this pity exchange. No door. I'm not going overboard. It's only 60,000 gems, mama. Nothing here. I should probably just skip this, right? Yeah, I'll skip it. If we don't get purples, we can just skip. I don't expect those things ever to upgrade. All right, summon again. Here's our second premium 10 times. Standard door. Let's go. Mama, not very eloquent that time. 5 yellow cubes. I guess we'll click through this one because there's 5, maybe 1 upgrades. Did it just go backwards? Oh. I don't know what I just saw there. Okay, we won't. The golds never upgrade in this game, guys. They never upgrade. I should probably, if the summons go poorly this time, I should probably stop recording them because they go so poorly when I'm actually making a video. Okay, here we go. We're 30 in. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now we're into the gems. It's real now. No longer free. And there's no purple cubes. This is gonna take a while. Well, I guess if we don't get purples, we can skip them all. Won't take very long, will it? If we get 50 summons in and we don't get 1 4-star, I'm gonna have to bust out the cabbage, even though that didn't work for me last time. By the way, if you guys have not seen, I just had to talk about it. If you guys have not seen or checked out Cabbage's channel, you should check out his channel for NieR, both NieR and War of the Visions. Make some great content. All right, we'll click through this 4-star. Pretty much, I'll take any unit. I don't even really care if they're banner units. Obviously, I'd prefer 2B and A2, but I'll take any unit. And it's not. I don't have Wind Knuckles. This is actually really good. I don't have Wind Knuckles because you can throw those on that free Theo they gave you. So that's actually, of all the weapons that I could get randomly, that's one of the ones that helps me the most. An upgraded door. How do we do this? It got worse. Okay, Cabbage, you might have to teach me how to do that. It got worse. We didn't even get an upgrade. So this is going great. Gonna stop recording my pulls for this game. Another upgraded door. Here we go. It means nothing. The upgraded door means nothing. In case you guys haven't learned. Can we get an upgrade? No upgrade. Look at this. We're almost to 100. If we don't at least get 1 duplicate by 100, man. This is how NieR Reincarnation goes, though, for the summons. That's fantastic. We got 1. Go again. 2B, A2, 2B, A2, 2B, A2. I really would have liked to pull the duplicates early because I kind of wanted to pull some on that other banner. There we go. There we go. What if this is a 2B and an A2? Can you imagine? Just call it out like that. It really wants me to use the free Theo because I don't have a Fire Fist either. It really wants me to use that free Theo. Let's get a unit though. I'm okay with that kind of. I think it makes my top team better, but we want duplicates. That's what we're here for. Let's get any unit. Any unit. It's a start. You gotta start somewhere. Okay, he may be boring, but you gotta start somewhere. We'll just skip the rest of this. So 9S, he's now at level 80. So that'll help with his weapon at least. He's not really, we got 12 books. I forget to check that all the time. 9S, not that great of a unit. I mean, he's decent, but his sword is pretty good too. Not great, but it helps level up that sword. I am using it with all my sword wielders. Nothing here. 5 gold. So we have 1 9S dupe so far. Are we 100 in? We are 100 in, so we're halfway. So if we don't pull an A2 duplicate, we pretty much have to use the pity on A2, right? She's by far my strongest character. We want to push the strongest characters upwards. I like 2B better, but A2 has definitely been a lot more effective in battles. This means nothing. Don't tease me. We got one. Is it the last one or is it the... Okay, it's in the back. Do they fly out here randomly? Someone let me know in the comment section below. Like, is there an order in which they line up and they fly out, or is it random? Because I thought that one was going to be first. Okay. 2B or A2? 2B or A2? A water gun. I can't even use... Like, I have no gun users. Dang it. Because I have no gun users, I actually am going for... The dark character I'm going for is Demos. Demos? Is that how you say it? Yes, Mama. We're going overboard, but I appreciate the concern. So 1-9S, I would say this has been fairly brutal so far. But again, anything can turn around. It can turn around at any point. I don't like that she keeps saying that. All right, we gotta change up the timing or something. Not even an upgrade to a 3-star. Here we go. Here we go. Gacha games are so much fun when you never expect to pull anything. All right, we're gonna let this door simmer a little bit. If I don't tap right away, maybe the game will think I don't know how to play. Take pity on me. Give me a purple. Oh! There it is. See? See, you have to make the game think that you don't know how to play, I guess. I don't know. It's worth a shot. A2, there we go. So now if we use our pity on A2, she'll be at level 90. That's awesome. Okay, 12 books though. I think I was even on the books. We'll check afterwards. One more A2 would be nice. Then we could use our pity on something else. Can we go back to back? You never can go back to back on these summons, right? What are you hoping for? Mama, you already know. I clicked too quick. It's gonna be a weapon. It's gonna be like a water spear or something. So if we went through 100 summons and got one of each of them, can you imagine? Just continue the absolute average luck on an account. If we got one of each of the duplicates again. 2B? 2B. Someone new. By the way, this is cool how they did this. I like how they did this. Does any of the text actually tell you who the character is or no? Somebody let me know in the comments below. Like, does that text tell you who it is? Do I need to keep clicking? Okay. Is he good? I don't know anything about this guy. Nothing. He's got a great sword though. I hope that's a good element. It looks like a wind great sword. Oh, it's dark. Duh. That's huge. That's huge. I don't have a dark great sword for A2. At least not a 4-star one, other than the dark one. That's awesome. Okay, even if the unit sucks, the sword's gonna be good. I'll take it. We will take it. So out of 200 summons, you should get 4 units, 6 weapons. I forget what my count's at. We're at 3 units. We got 9S, we got this guy, and we have A2. So if we get 1 more unit in our next 4 pulls, would be a totally average summon, something we could be happy with. 1 more unit. Any unit would be good. Preferably 2B. I would love to just continue this account as the epitome of an average luck account. Should I be, I'm gonna be like Diggs's mom and actually click on the cube. But I wanna click on it. Okay. It's a 4-star. Don't complain. Can't ever complain. It's a 4-star. Like I always say in War of the Visions, if you get any UR, don't complain about your pulls. Can never complain. So we have 3 summons left. 3 summons left. Another A2 would be awesome. Well, either way, if I pull A2 or 2B, those are the 2 we're looking for, because otherwise I'll use the pity on the other one, on the one I don't pull. So if I pull A2 and she's at 90, we use the pity on 2B. If I pull 2B, we just use the pity on A2. Upgraded door. Okay, we're gonna change up the timing again. It worked last time. Come on, mama. Come on, mama. Mama. Didn't help us out. So nothing there. Actually, the A2 came on an upgrade. To oh, it's a Gale. 3-star Gale. And the last summon. Here we go. See, I've still never seen the Mama door. I've only seen pictures of it. I don't think it exists. Nothing. Okay. So 1 unit short of the average, but that's okay. I think we should still be able to use our books on 2B once we get books later on. So the characters that you don't pull duplicates for, you can actually go in and use those books, or you get books later on in JP. So we go into our characters. So we got a 9S, which I don't remember how many books I got. Did I get 10? Oh, I have to claim them. I got all these 3-star books. Okay. So we got 12 for 9S. I have a feeling like there should be a use for him. Like if they come out with a one-handed sword that heals or revives eventually. 9S is a high HP, high defense unit, so you could actually have him be the last one alive and revive others or healing others. I think that would be kind of cool. I think eventually he will be useful for something. So 9S, we have, here's A2. We got 12 books for her too, but you can't like duplicate those, so. And 12's not anything crazy, so we'll go ahead and use our pity on A2 to get her to level 90. So go over to the shop here, exchange. Here's the Automata crossover. I could grab Theo here for an extra 4,500 gems, actually. Probably not the best move, but I'll think about it. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching the polls. Hopefully a lot of the tips right there at the beginning help you guys see where you can get a ton of gems, get to this 3rd pity like I was able to. I do want to point out that I did buy that starter pack, so I had 3,000 extra gems, but I know in the next 2 weeks should be able to get there. So if you're starting the game like in the last couple of days from when this video came out, you might not be able to get to that 3rd pity. So I might save my gems if you don't think you can get there. Save your gems until you can get there for sure. It's looking like NieR's going to be one of these games where they're going to do this pity exchange on every single banner. So you're going to want to save up that 60,000 and on those summon tickets in order to guarantee yourself some of those units. Anytime they guarantee you things, make sure you take advantage of those guarantees. Hope you guys had fun watching this video. We will catch you next time.